All right. Hello, everyone. If you are with us in the chat, thank you for coming. Even though we had some technical difficulties, I have thrown together this layout on the fly using a different app. We were having some issues with Streamlabs, the app that we use for streaming, or that I do. And yeah, but I put this together and we're up, we're running, we're good to go. We're just starting late. So I apologize for that, but we'll see what we can get done today. Let me know if the audio volumes are off on anything. Like I said, I did have to like throw this stream back together from normal. So if the music is too loud or our mics are too quiet or like vice versa, let
Yeah.
us know in the chat. It'd be much appreciated.
Let's see.
Yeah, let me know. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. How's
Just
my?
to just
Oh, go ahead.
yeah.
How's my
I was gonna
audio?
say your audio is fine for me.
Cool.
Um,
Cool. 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 On the stream, how we doing? Does it sound okay? Let me
let's
know.
see. Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds.
Sounds about
I
right.
think my I think my audio is a touch louder than yours, but
Okay. I
um,
can fix that. Okay.
yeah.
So now it should not be a touch louder anymore. We should be about the same. And I think that that makes us good to go. I can't believe I got this put together in about like 15 minutes ish, which sounds like a long time, but honestly, it was pretty cool that I've moved a lot of what you see here in the layout to a React app. So it's like I just had to load that web page in a new thing. And the chat is there, our follows will be there, the title is there. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. How's it
You
going?
fans, it's going well for me. I kind of just like sat around in Skype and
Yeah,
listened to you do your
moral
thing.
support. You gave me moral support.
So yeah,
It was much
um,
appreciated.
for sure, man.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, otherwise things are going well. What's up, Nikki T and Horatio? Welcome to the
Yeah.
stream.
What is
Thanks
up,
for
y'all? Thank
stopping
you for
by.
joining us. Are you late to the
Uh,
party? No, technically we're late to the party. Um,
yeah.
I had some issues with Streamlabs and it kept crashing. So I had to open up OBS and put together just this layout. But we have it. We have the layout that we need, and that's all that matters, right? I think that that's all that matters. So we're good to go.
You're
So yeah, yeah. So we're gonna do the thing. So I guess since we lost some time, we should kind of dive in. So we've been building this Gatsby app for tracking job listings. And where we left off, where did we leave off?
I think we left off in another kind of like m middle ground
A,
state.
a
Like,
nebulous state.
yeah.
I'm
Could you
like,
share
you
or like
got it.
send the live share link with me?
Yeah, you got it. That's exactly what I'm working on. So
Wonderful.
we've been using live share and it's been awesomes. Awesomes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's already copied for me. So let's jump over here. Yeah, it was interesting. I guess I've already installed the NDI plugin in OBS, like before I installed Streamlabs, and I had forgot.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe either that or like that. I think that might actually be true because you and I started doing our pair streams like this before you started using
Yeah,
OBS.
yeah, this is true.
Where's my VS Code, yo? It says I'm joining the session, but I
Oops,
don't see
I
any
did that
VS Code.
wrong. I want to make those read right. I made them read only. Okay.
Uh,
You don't see it, but I sent it to you.
I know it says launching your favorite developer tool in a new window. Normally this like, oh, maybe I just click this. There we go. Okay.
I kind of remember where we left off now. It's all coming back to me now. You could remove a contact from a listing. We added the little badges for
Ah, yeah.
contacts, and you can remove them.
Of course, of course.
But of course,
Let me try this again. Okay, now it's working. I had to try loading it in VS Code 3 times.
ooh,
And sometimes
yay!
that's just how it works.
Yeah, it's
when
not
I was
showing up
when
on
I was
my
doing
end.
my oh yeah, I know. It's gonna take a little while. When I was doing the waitlist app streams with Ken,
Yeah,
we would like the little dance that we got ourselves into the habit of doing was
there's a dance.
yeah, it's like open up VS Code live share or like
Oh,
open up
I see
VS
what you mean.
Code, start a share. He would join. I'd share a terminal. He can't type in the terminal, so then I close the, like I unshare that terminal and share a new one, and then he can type. So it was like this constant thing where yeah, every time we started a live share, it'd be like create a terminal, delete a terminal, create three terminals, and then start our start all of our npm scripts.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, it was fun times.
Yeah, that sounds like fun times. Yeah, but yeah, I thought you meant there
Also,
was like a dance you would do like while you were
oh,
waiting, like ooh the VS
I, I
Code
wish it
live
was
share
that fun.
dance.
No, it was yeah, it was basically just clicking the clicking buttons dance.
Got it.
One of those.
Got it.
Also, wanted to just point out today, I logged onto GitHub and I saw that they have this Arctic Code Vault contributor badge that they're putting on people's profiles, and I got an Arctic Code Vault contributor badge because I contributed to Apollo Client and Gatsby. Um,
Wow.
which is really cool. Like it was this funny sense of pride, um, just because I like I've heard of the like the Arctic Code Vault and the Arctic Seed Bank and things like that. And you go check out your profile. You very well
If
might
I go to my profile,
yeah, go to your profile.
I'm here. I don't see any badges. Oh,
Let's see.
Arctic Code Vault contributor.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
Exact.
Wow, for multiple ones. Storybook, Gatsby, To Do, MVC, and more, it says.
That's cool, right?
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yeah, I just noticed that. I thought that
That's
was pretty neat.
neat.
Also,
I love that
my Gatsby Days talk
pop up.
went live today,
You're what?
which I'm my Gatsby Days talk. So
Ooh,
I
drop a
submitted a
link.
talk
Shameless
for
plug.
your Gatsby Days. Let me just
Yeah, that's right. I forgot that went out today.
yeah, I'll
Look at that mustache. I'm gonna grow
let me
that
try to
back.
find it.
So yeah, we're supposed to be writing code. I'm sure we'll get there eventually. Bear with us. Code shall be written.
There's a link
Nice.
in the chat. You can save bookmark that and watch it later.
Link in
But
the
yeah,
chat.
there you go.
Link in the chat. Yes, the Gatsby developer experience. I love it. I love it. All right, cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna read that later as well. Actually, why don't I just do this real quick? Shaboop. I've been getting a lot of bookmarks. All right. This is the way. Yes. Okay.
Mm.
Well, bam. Well, bam. Journey. We're back. Here we are. So we're building an app for tracking job listings, right? Like something that a lot of people do. You might get job listings from multiple job boards, and like, yeah, you can use Airtable if you want, but it's a fun app to build and a good idea. So that's what we're building. We're using Postgres via render.com for the database. We got our own Apollo server via a serverless function that we are deploying with Netlify, and we have a Gatsby JS front end that is also technically will be deployed with Netlify. Right? Does that about
Yep,
sum it up?
that's right.
Some Chakra UI, a little framer motion for some animation and spruce it up. Right, and then yeah, so that's where we're at, and like what we've been working on is being able to create these listings like job titles, job description, the listing URL, the notes, but also like what company. So like what company is it for? You can add a new company, and then we're like, well, what about like contacts? You need to be able to add a contact, and so that's kind of where we left off
Hmm.
was the ability to add contacts when you create or update a listing, because technically aren't we using the same form? right? Didn't we do that?
Yeah. For create and update, we're
Yeah,
using
yeah.
same form.
Yeah, that's right, because that's how we roll. And then, so that's where we left off. And then, like, these are contacts, but I'm gonna delete it just cause it's got to go away. Goodbye. So now they got no contacts. Um,
Right.
yeah, and so this is where we left off, and it links you to the job. So it's a fun example. I like it. It serves actually a very useful purpose for people. Maybe you just want to spin up your own little app that just focuses just on this. But yeah, it's also just like a fun example that you can code along with or build. Yeah, and it's all on GitHub.
Hmm.
It's all on the GitHubs. I bet I can type this out from memory, like GitHub URLs, because once you know, like, yeah,
Yeah, you get fast with it
yeah, yeah, yeah,
after a few times.
yeah. Once you know
I
the
do let like
structure, right? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and they make it easy because it's just the github.com/owner/repo and you're there. Yeah, so that's the repo if you want to
Yep.
follow along. So I can't remember what we wanted to do next.
Well, I think that what we were getting into towards the end of last stream was talking about like well, first of all, you know, we decided structurally to create um, contacts as like their own kind of reusable entity so that you could
Right.
add the same contact to multiple listings.
This is
So I was
correct.
thinking that can be like the next thing that we do is like what happens when we want to update a listing and add an existing contact.
Contact.
Right now we have the ability to like create new contacts, but not add existing ones.
Yes.
So that's one thing, and then the other side of that is like how do we update existing contacts
Yep.
if we change if we need to add different notes to that
That's
contact or
right.
something
And
like
we said it seemed like a multi-select would be the right approach from the UI perspective as far as adding existing contacts.
that. I think so. Yeah, I think that's probably a good place that
Start.
we can start with that
Yeah.
and see if that serves our needs.
Yeah, I say we
Um,
start here in the schema though, which is like making something like this available, right? Like we need to be able to get the contacts in order.
That's right. Yeah, we need to be able to list them.
So,
The other thing that comes to mind as like a potential like interaction is kind of like a autocomplete thing. Like when you're
I
yeah, I
like
don't know,
that.
like when you're typing a contact name, we can find existing contacts with the same
I
name,
like it.
something like that. But yeah, I don't know. They both kind of have different workflows. I think that the multi-select might be a little bit more straightforward. Oh, I'm leaning way off,
Here,
way out of
I can move
position
you.
here.
Let me
But
move you over a little bit then. I think that's on me because like I said, I threw this together, relatively quickly. So,
I think I'm good. I'm just gonna stay right here. I was kind of like going all over the place.
all right. I mean,
I
it's
just
cool. I don't
but
want you
yeah,
to feel like statue blades like uh,
cannot move.
yeah, you're just like, yeah. The thinker.
um,
All right.
yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I like it. I like where you're at. Autocomplete is way cooler than a multi-select. I'll give you that much. Uh,
I'm thinking about it from the perspective of like if like I like to do this a lot of the time where I just go to an existing service that I use and see how they do something similar. So the idea that I'm thinking of is if you're trying to add contributors to a repo in GitHub. So like why don't you just open up this repo in GitHub and we can actually like see how they do it um, as just for inspiration under the Manage Access tab in your repo settings.
okay. So I'm going to my repo, and what am I doing?
Go to your Journey v2 repo, then go to settings
Settings.
and
We found vulnerabilities. Delete your repository immediately. What am I doing? Settings. I'm in settings.
and then Manage
Oh
Access.
yeah. Oh man. Uh-oh. Super secret password time.
By the way, I found a funny thing like
Uh-oh.
where what was it? Looking at I was looking at the Shocker UI, um, like pull requests tab to see what like recent changes have been made,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
I was just like,
Dependabot.
man, this is open source. This is open source development these days. Yeah, exactly. Just check. I'm just sending you a screenshot.
Boom,
Um,
boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I got the same thing going on here. Let me see. I'm gonna go check this out. Ugh. Ugh. Chore, 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 chore. Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, that's amazing.
it's hard to it makes it a little hard. I think it's even funnier if you look at it in like the list of commits, and it's just like, oh yeah, this is intense.
That's
Oh my gosh.
hilarious. All right, so I'm in settings. What do you want me to do? Add you as a contributor? Is that what I'm doing?
Go to manage access and try adding me as a contributor. Um,
Are you Trevor Blades?
yeah. So if you when you start typing Trevor,
Oh, right. Yeah, here we go. So you're saying
you
that's the
know,
experience.
like we could have something
Yeah,
something like that.
I like it. And now I've added you actually, because like you should be added.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Like we could do something like that where it's just an input. When you type in the input, you get
Can I ask you a question real quick? How
yeah,
long has this been here and I haven't known about this?
which
The collapsible code so you can just see the README. Well, I don't have a README in
I don't
here. I thought I had a README.
dude, I don't think I don't
And I'm gonna
I think
switch
that's
the
that
master
you are feature
branch.
flagged, my man. I don't know. I don't have that collapse option in here.
Oh, really? Oh, is
Yeah.
that refined GitHub maybe? I bet that's
I
refined
think oh
GitHub.
could be that. Could be refined GitHub. Yo, what is going on? Vanna, we dropping the coding garden emotes in
Love it.
chat. Love to see that.
Yeah, it is getting more and
And
more lit. I wonder if this is from refined GitHub,
yeah.
which is a Chrome extension that adds cool things. Oh, here, look. So when I don't want to see that and I just want the README, I just boop. And now
Okay.
let's see. Show white space characters. Very cool. One click merge conflict fixers. Very cool. Yeah, it shows reaction avatars. So it does like a lot of this cool stuff. But I don't see,
Hmm.
oh yeah, I love this. Wait for successful checks. So you click that, you can hit approve, and if all the checks pass, it will automatically merge and like close the PR for you. Yeah, but it does a lot
That's
of
cool.
stuff. So, but yeah, I was hoping to see something like for the hide the code. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's GitHub. It's hard to tell anymore.
It's either that or yeah, you got a GitHub feature flag or
Yeah,
something.
exactly. But either way, it's cool. Okay, sorry. Derail. Yeah.
Hey, so that's what we do,
That
man.
is what we do. We're really good at it. But it's fun. Okay.
We get this is a derailment stream with a little sprinkling of code in there.
That's it. All right. So what's next? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we can build
Let's do it.
this little contact form. Just thinking through this, like, would it make
Woo.
sense to
It all makes
would it make
sense.
sense to like just try to use this contact name field, or should it be two separate flows? Like add contact name and notes, or type in a contact name to see if we can to like get a autocomplete result.
I think I like the idea of being able to autocomplete and just add existing contacts. And like as a matter of fact, we already have these little contact badges that you can add and remove. I feel like those
Yeah.
would also just work right in the form, maybe at a smaller
Cool. Yeah,
size.
let's do that.
Does that make sense?
That makes
We'll
sense. So
dry
this
it
this
up.
contact name and notes form is going to be specifically um for adding a new contact.
Yes. Oh, right. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yes, exactly. And then we'll have a little autocomplete thing to add existing contacts and boop, 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 boop. The little badges. I feel like it's like the simplest thing, you know. We don't have like an
Yeah,
avatar. We don't have a lot to work with. So, all right.
great.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Cool, 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 cool. All right. So, yeah, let's go look at some code. Love it. All right. So, first things first. First things first. I'm on the rails. Okay. Contacts. I've added this to our query, but we don't have a resolver. So it's kind of silly. So we got to add this. We could pretty much do this. However,
Yep.
however, I do want to note that right now this just allows like we're doing some auth stuff like based off the user, like you can only get their listings, but as of right now you can just get any old company and contact that
Mm,
exists. What does that mean?
right.
What does it all mean?
Well, I think the get any company thing makes sense because like there's nothing like companies are kind of like global things, you know.
Yep.
You can have multiple people all applying to Google and stuff. I think contacts are more of a personal thing. So one thing that we could do instead of saying contact find all, if we want to like take advantage of this authenticated user aspect, is we could say user get contacts
But we
like
don't have
that,
a
and it'll give us.
relationship with that though, do we?
I thought we set that up. Let's check it out in
Oh,
our
we
DB
did. We
file.
did. I was thinking we set it up to the company, but no, no, no. You are correct. We set it up to the user. Yeah, but yeah, we can
Hmm.
look in DB. Let me go back to following you. Are you in there? Let me go.
I'm in here. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not seeing this contact association with the user.
Ah, see, it does
Um,
belong to a listing.
yes, right. So contacts
Ooh, tricky, tricky.
belong to listings.
And listings technically
Um,
belong to users.
so yeah, we could do something kind of like crazy going through, like finding, um, listing out all contacts that belong to listings that belong to users.
Uh,
But
yeah,
Van
I was
Vanawi,
just getting to
we're
that. Yeah.
using VS Code Live Share. So it's this plugin for Visual Studio Code that allows you to set up like a shared session, and it allows you to do things like even share ports so you can do local development together. So Kurt is running this on his machine, but he's sharing a port from his computer, and I get to see on my screen, which you don't see, but I can see the exact same thing that he's seeing, like the website, and I get hot reloading and all that stuff with it. So it's pretty good. It has its janky moments, but overall it's
Worth
pretty
it.
amazing.
So worth it. Like I
Yeah.
can't think of any other way in which I would rather do this. Like I'll deal with those
Mhm.
few moments of irritation for the ease of use that it gives the other 98% of the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sharing both my terminals as well. So he can just start typing in the terminal and it'll just TM,
Mhm.
it'll just work. Hey, hello there's. Nice. All right, cool.
Um, so I think, yeah, so that kind of complex two-level deep finding of associations is one thing,
Yeah.
but I think it just for our purposes it might make more sense just to add this association here. Like we'll say contacts belong to users. Any user can have many contacts.
Yeah, I like it. So, but what
Cool.
does that do for what we've done already? Well, like clearly we can just go back and remove the contacts.
Yeah, so what we're actually going to need to do is drop the contact table so that Sequelize can
Ooh,
create it again.
force true. We're just gonna wipe it all out at that point, right?
Well, yeah, so we could do that. We could say sync with the force true
Use the
option.
force. Yeah.
We could use the force, but that would also just like wipe out all of our. It would wipe out our user.
I
It would wipe out
know.
all job listings. So let's do this instead. Remember last time we did
Oh,
PSQL?
so you want to do that again?
Actually, there we go. This.
No way. Look
Let's
at
try
that.
this.
Yeah,
There
you're
we go.
in.
We're already in. So
Yo,
if I say
hacker.
D contacts, I'm in.
He's a hacker. All right. So drop it. Just
So
rock.
this is what our contacts table looks like. And as you can see, there's no user ID
Yeah.
column. So we could just say drop table
Little
contacts.
Bobby tables.
Not yeah. Robert drop tables.
Where is he? Robert
Um,
drop tables.
let's try drop tables contacts cascade, maybe.
Syntax error.
Oops. Drop table contacts cascade. I think this is gonna work. Oh, it did work. Okay. Um, so let's do D and see that indeed we have no
Dependencies.
contacts table.
Yeah.
So then at the bottom of our DB
Oh, it
file,
worked.
I'm just gonna. Oh, you already did the uncomment
No.
SQLized sync.
No, sorry. I was saying,
Okay.
oh, the table is gone. It worked.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So now I'm just gonna save DB with SQLized sync being called, and then the next time that once NodeMon picks up those changes,
Looks like it already
it'll
has.
yeah. So now if we go in here and say D contacts, cannot find any relation name contacts. Okay.
Oh, right. Relation contacts does not exist.
I wonder why.
Yeah, me too.
We called SQLized sync, man.
Yeah, maybe I have to restart this.
Why don't you restart the whole thing? Maybe that'll do it.
When in
Let's see.
doubt, turn it off and turn it on again.
Give it a smack on the top.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get my hammer. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's cool. I don't care if select is currently used. Let's go back and reload it. Wait. Yes! Success.
Nice. Okay, so now we have our contacts table, and if you look in the second terminal tab, you can see that now contacts has a user ID column on it.
Yeah, so we are good, but we need to make some more changes. So here's what's funny. Oh, I guess we did add this. So that's why we added the resolver, so that's why that was working. I was like, we never added the resolver. How is this even running? But we did. Okay, but we need to change some things. Like, no, this should still work, right?
What's that?
Well, like, don't we need to add the user ID now to our input as well?
For creating contacts?
Yes.
Let's check it out. So, so the way that we create contacts, let's find this.
I mean, I think right now it's under create listing.
Right. So we created an instance method on the listing model called create and add contacts.
Yeah.
Right?
So we do it there.
We're going to need to do it there. And if we go into our DB file, are you following me here?
I am in the DB file and am now following you.
Okay. So yeah, here we go.
Yeah, we need to
contacts
update that
input is an array. Yeah, we could update it with a user ID on each of them, but we could also just say, let's see.
This dot get user dot add contacts? No.
Yeah.
Right?
So yeah, we could say user equals await this dot get user. Oops. Right?
Yeah.
And then say await user add contacts. There you go.
Yeah, however, I think that interestingly enough, this is a perfect example of like, wouldn't we probably want a transaction here where we try to do both of these actions so that if it fails, we don't do it to either one? Where are we storing the DB? We're using render.com. So hang on, I'm gonna just let me jump in here real quick and boop, go in here, sign in. Ah, okay. So I'm gonna go under. I have this team created called Apollo GraphQL. Oh wait, no, it's under the databases. That's why. Services under database. Here we go. We have this journey dev. So basically you just create it and then they just give you like a external connection string and boom, you're up and running. Um, so that's like about the gist of it. And then if we go back to the Z codes somewhere in SQLize. Yeah, so we just have the DB as the connection string as an environment variable, and that's it. So it's Postgres DB very quickly, essentially. Yeah, cool, 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 cool. Sorry for derailment, but there we go. All right, what are we doing? Let me follow you again. Oh yeah, transaction. Oh, I lost audio from you.
Whoops, I muted myself
Oh,
because I took a gulp of coffee.
okay. I thought I lost the whole stream, and I was like
No, no,
freaking out for a second. But it's cool.
we're
I've
good,
calmed
we're
down.
good. So I don't really know what a transaction is in this context. So I don't, yeah, if it's something that if it's a tool that we can use to help us, then I'd be all for it.
Well, transactions are when you do a series of database mutations, but they get grouped. So that way, if it fails, it will just like not do
Okay.
any of them. So like it will like test to make sure that they can all be successful. I don't know if SQLi supports transactions or what they would look like. In this case, I'm just curious because this is just like a prime example of when you would want them. Because like we wouldn't want to
Mm.
add users contacts to the user, but then it fails to add the contacts to the listing. That can put us into like this weird broken state. How does that get fixed? Like they would be
Yeah.
there, the
I don't know
contacts would be
how to
available.
answer that.
I mean, you would have to redo the form and then like try to read the
Yeah.
contacts, but
I
no one would
think
know.
yeah, I think in this case, like
I think we're okay.
we're pretty solid. Like every listing at this point will have a user
Yeah.
because like yeah, we create the listing with the user ID, and then when we're updating a listing, we're like only operating on a listing that has the user ID of the current user.
Yep, I think we're
Another
definitely okay in this case. I was just
yeah,
bringing it up as like something to think about when working
mhm,
with like a database at this level.
for
It
sure.
might matter a lot more with like payments for something and then like
True.
saving an
Yeah.
order in your database after Stripe goes through and like doing all these other things. And it's good to like put all of that code into one thing that you can undo, you know?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know.
One thing that we could do if you're into this, like right now we're just basically like awaiting this promise and then awaiting this promise. We could also just do something like this and say return promise dot all with these two promises. Oops,
I do like that
these
better at
two
least because
promises
then yeah,
as
it's the
an array.
shortest amount of time possible. So I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Cool.
we got that.
I think it's good. We're
So this should
good.
do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we're good. Okay. So we've got it added, but like since we're already in here and mucking around, we might as well just do it. Never used it, but it looks like they do support transactions. So I
Oh.
just want to take a second. I don't want to be there
Yeah,
too
yeah,
long.
please. Let's take a look.
I think there's a period after this from the chat. There we go. Cool. Yeah. Does not use transactions by default. However, you should definitely configure Sequelize to use transactions. Yeah, we'll automatically roll back a transaction if any error is thrown. So here's a perfect example in like an unmanaged transaction where um, you can call like rollback if it fails. Do you want me to? Are you also looking at the link?
I'm not, no.
Oh, okay, cool. But anyway, so yeah, it's up on the stream for anybody who's checking it out. But yeah, so you could do like user.create and then add other things, and then you call commit when it's done. So if no errors are thrown along the way, then it will actually do So it does like a soft, like it will check to see that everything will work properly before it actually
Hmm.
goes through each step, which is very cool and useful. Yeah. But yeah, so folks, check out transactions. All right. All right. What's the difference between a managed and an unmanaged? Oh, interesting. So then it's like within the scope of that function. That's cool.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but I like this example better here. This is the one that I
Yeah.
tend to use. Something like that. Yeah. So you just do it all within a try, and then in the catch, you can just roll it back and it will undo anything that happened. It's pretty neat,
I see.
right?
Yeah. Do you want to do that for this?
I don't think we have to.
Okay.
But we can if you want to. It's up to you. I think we're good.
Okay. Okay. Good.
I just want to.
Good to know for the future, though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It could be very helpful.
Transactions. Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm trying to think of like things that I've built in the past that could benefit from
Oh,
transactions.
I have done this. So I worked at a startup called Wheelhouse, and it was like developer training platform that was being built. But like the very
Okay.
first step was like you would have to clone like the course repository like over to the user's account and then make some edits and like do all this other stuff, and there was like a bunch of steps, so I had to like use kind of like a system like transactions where I had to be prepared to roll back like each and every step and prepare for if it failed along the way, where could we restart and
Mm,
like pick back up, right? Like it forked properly so you don't need to fork it again, but like it failed to do something else. It was pretty wild. But yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Good for stuff like that. Good for like ETL type stuff, data reporting, things like that.
Hmm. Yeah. I'm really bad at like considering like failure states or I'm not really bad at it. It's just like
Yeah.
I like to build apps optimistically. Like assuming that like nothing is ever going to go wrong ever. And yeah, that's unfortunately not the way that the world works in
Yeah.
reality.
Yeah, I got really big into like chaos engineering for a while too, like when microservices started to be very popular. And like what do fault tolerant systems look like? Like what happens when a service goes down? Like what
Mm,
happens to the rest of everything? Does everything break apart? Like does it become unusable? You know?
right.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah. Netflix is a great example for fault tolerant stuff. They release a lot of
What did they
content.
do?
Well, they like chaos engineering. They made like very big there, but they have like very fault tolerant systems. So, like systems will do checks, and if it shuts down, like just that part of the API becomes unavailable. But like any system that calls out to another system knows how to handle that like down system.
Okay.
And so, like, actually, a great example would be like suggestions. So, like, the suggestion API is down. You just wouldn't see, like, we recommend or like we think you might like that column in your Netflix app would just
Mm,
wouldn't be there in the UI. Like, you wouldn't know, but because it's fault tolerant, that whole system is down, but you don't know.
I see.
Yeah, GraphQL
Cool.
kind of gives you that by default. Federation kind of gives you that by default. If one of your systems goes down, you just get like nulls, like it's just not available.
Mm,
So that's pretty neat.
mm.
Okay. All right. All right.
All right.
Cool. Yeah. Code.
So now we have users are now being associated with contacts. Yay. Great.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
now I guess we can just create or like add some contacts to
So we
one of
have some,
our
right?
listings so that we have them. Yeah, so we can make sure that this system is working the way we expect it to, and then go from there. And then our query that we wrote up here, you know, user.getContacts, that should now also work. So we can test that out.
I like it. All right. So I'm updating the director of customer success and I'm adding
Okay.
two contacts. We have the same phone number. But that's cool. Boom. Success. It is uploaded, and we now have two contacts on the director of customer success.
Amazing.
Cool. Cool, cool, cool,
Oh,
cool, cool.
on mine, if you refresh your page,
Uh-oh. Oh, snap, because of our query. Interesting.
because of our query,
Interesting. Oh, yeah, well, no, yeah, that wouldn't make any sense.
yeah,
Like,
what
why did that happen?
what happened here?
So we did create, well, we didn't do create listing, we did update listing. And we said
Hmm.
listing, oh, we have that create and add contacts. No, that's
Yeah,
what we, yeah, that's what we just did.
so it's supposed to happen.
Yeah. Listing.update input. Oh,
What do you think?
no. Hang on. How are we reading these listings out? What's our query look like for what is our
Well,
relationship here? Create listing
for a
input.
listing, we have listing.getContacts. So that seems like it would do the trick for us. Um,
Yeah, that's weird.
it sure is. Let's see.
You think it may be something we did incorrectly for the
I
cache?
think I know what's going on. If we
Oh,
select
please.
in the second terminal window, I'm still in PSQL here. I'm going to
Oh,
select
oops.
everything from um, what is it? Listing contacts. Okay,
Okay.
and in here we have um,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So we have two well,
Two
four
entries.
rows. What happened was when we deleted the contacts, when we dropped the contacts table,
They still
it
exist.
it
Oh,
didn't
no.
get rid of these contacts that we added to this listing last week.
Oh, that's
Or
wild. So it's popping
yeah,
up because the IDs are a match?
because the IDs are still the same. Yeah, yeah. We
Yeah.
just created two more contacts.
Got
They
it.
get ID one and two. So what I'm going to do is just say delete from
Yeah.
listing contacts,
So
and that
talking. Yep, go
and
ahead.
I spelt
Sorry.
the table wrong.
Kung
Contacts.
tax.
There we go. So
Okay.
now we have no listing contacts made. Let's create. Oh, we have no listing contacts, but we now actually have some contacts created and associated with the user. So if you're into this idea, what we could do is just go
Oh,
straight to adding existing contacts.
yeah, I don't care. Yeah, let's do that. And I just wanted to mention here too that like if you find yourself working with a database this much, like sometimes it's fun to set up like a seed so that you have just like a little bit of information like a user or a
Mm,
couple listings and a couple contacts. And then when you're in dev, like you could just run that on, you just check the environment variable and then you seed your database. And then like because like
true.
we got tripped up because we did half the work of cleaning up and then like the IDs still existed, so then it threw us off on the front end. But if you do like a seeding process and just destroy everything, all the tables and all of that, then it helps like prevent that from happening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You give
it's a lot of
yourself
work
like a
though.
consistent starting
Environment.
place.
Yeah, a lot of testing. Stuff does that like QA teams and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, LC Real, thank you for the follow just now, and I know we missed
Oh,
it.
I
I don't
missed
know
it.
if we have um, the follow notifications. I just noticed it
It
in the
should.
in the corner of my eye, but yeah, yeah, I saw it on the screen. I don't know if there was sound associated with it, but
I
LC
did not
Real
hear the sound.
and Nikki T Online, thank you guys for the follows. Appreciate it so much.
Yeah, I would like to know if the sound worked. That's something I didn't get to check because, um,
Chaos.
yeah, pure
Chaos
chaos. Yeah.
engineering, man.
Yeah, chaos engineering. Like, yeah, the system was not fault tolerant because when it went down, that was it.
No backup. And
Cool.
Nikki
All right.
says sounds is all good, so that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, but Yeah, I wonder if the follow sound though. Did you hear like a cool sound when someone followed? Because like our sound might be good and the
Yeah.
music might be good. I'm not sure if the follow sound went through.
Yeah, and on a
Okay.
scale of 1 to 10, how cool was it?
Yeah, if it did come through. Because I put a lot of work into it. We're actually gonna have
Okay.
an oh cool. Yes.
1 to 10?
Yeah.
11. Oh,
Oh,
man.
come on now. You're
Too
making me
nice.
blush now. Awesome. Thank you. Very cool. All right. Let's see. So okay, so now we're there. Yeah, let's move right on. Let's get
Okay.
these contacts displayed. So I think what's next is
Man, I'm
uh
I'm so surprised that you're like down to continue working on this and not like ditch this project and become a follow sound engineer with
oh, I
this this glowing review of your follow sounds. Like this is
yeah,
this is
well,
just minor league stuff now. Like
I'm just waiting for the stream to end so that I can go write up my resume. It's just going to be like
yes,
one line, follow sound engineer. So that's
rated
it. Just
11
yeah, rated
out of 10.
11 by chat. And then yeah, and then I'm going to start my consulting fee, probably, $250, $300 an hour. You
Easy.
sit down with me, tell me about you and your stream and I'll find the perfect sound.
Yeah. How does this sound?
Yeah, it's like I'm in like a room with a bunch of speakers, like testing different sounds. Like, all right, all right, all
Uh,
right, all right, all right.
vision for the future.
Yeah, all right. Let's do this. So yeah, so what's the next step then? I guess is getting the query, right? And then we
Yeah.
we want to stay
So
here.
um mm, mm,
We have this utils. Oh, we already have the fragment. Oh, that's just the listings
contact frame.
contacts.
Yeah, let's see where we're at. So really what we can do to start is hmm
It should be a separate query within the form, right? Like we did with the companies. Isn't that what we did?
yeah, we did
Company
do that.
select, yeah, is its own component
Right.
with a million unused dependencies in here. Wow, I'm about to get rid of all these. There's so many. Um,
Goddard's UK mentioned something about Chaos Monkey. This is
yeah,
Netflix's way of randomly terminating their prod instances so their engineers implement resilient services. That is
yep,
wild.
it,
I'm
yeah,
favoriting this.
yeah. Isn't that
Chaos Monkey.
amazing?
Yeah, that is it would be somewhat
There,
stressful to work in an environment where your prod instances are being randomly shut down. But um, lucky for Netflix, they have, I guess, some resilient engineers as well.
yeah, but there's a what who's the company? There's like a JavaScript library you can use now. There's like a service that you can use. Chaos JS. Um, uh, what is the no? What is the company? Come on, I gotta think of it. But yeah, Chaos
Something similar.
JS. Yeah, um, it's very similar,
Cool.
but it's for like taking down your UI. Gremlin,
Ah,
Gremlin.com.
okay.
That is it. Yeah, so Gremlin is like the UI equivalent, which is really cool.
I see.
Yeah.
Really cool. Could you link that in chat?
Yes.
Thanks. I've
Yes, I
got I've got
can.
some reading to do after this. Schooling myself on chaos engineering.
Oh yeah. Fun topic, honestly. Manual sequelize. Oh, oops. Yeah, that's from that. Okay, that's Gremlin. Okay. All right. All right. So yeah. So what are we doing now?
Well, yeah, so I'm just thinking about this. Like, if we want to be able to add add contacts that already exist, we're going to need a way to display the contacts that have been added, right?
This is true.
within here.
Yeah, we need
Um,
to display the contacts that have been added to the listing as well as other existing contacts.
mhm.
My thinking is existing contacts should be added as the little badges, right? Like they're basically pre-selected
Yeah,
on the
and
form.
they're listed in the form.
Yeah, right? Because like if you can add an existing contact, shouldn't you see the ones that are already there?
Um, yeah, you should. So the question is, though, like right now we have. Why don't we just? I'm just gonna add one more contact.
Yeah, do it.
Um, to this listing, just so that we get a contact to show up in the UI.
Cool.
Okay, so right now in the UI, we have the ability to display and remove contacts. I just removed them. I guess I should have kept them. But the point
That's
is,
okay.
we get the ability to display and remove contacts from this part of the UI. But
Yep.
then when we want to add
Jerk.
contacts, so then like in the update listing form, are we able to remove contacts from here? You know, it kind of makes things a little bit more convoluted. One thought that I had is like, what if we just had like an add contacts button in this part of the UI? So
Which part of the UI?
like in the row of where the contacts are normally shown, right? Like
Ah, so we make it a
beside Kurt Kemple.
separate part of that.
Yeah, like adding contacts is different than updating the listing.
Yes. Yes, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree
So,
with
but
that.
then that just means like when you're creating a listing, you create your listing first and then you add contacts to it.
Becomes two steps.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
that's
hate
the
that. Or,
yeah.
hear me out. We've
Okay.
already built the little form functionality to add a contact, right?
Hmm.
What if, I mean, it's just like a section, kind of like when we create a new company, whereas like, um, it uses a button on the form, add contact, and only if you click that will it open up, and then it has like any who are selected already, or maybe they would show up next to it. So basically, like what you're talking about creating, like having a button, I don't see why we couldn't make that the component, like the contacts that are there and the add button, and then that could
Hmm.
live in the form, it could live in the listing itself. Does that make sense? Like it's its own component.
Yeah, for sure. I think that though that if we put it in the form, the way that we handle the form response is going to be slightly more complicated. So imagine this where we have, a list of all the contacts
Yeah.
you've already added in the form. When I click
Hmm.
on the X button on one of those contacts within the form saying I want to remove it, or let's
Hmm.
say I add a new one and decide actually no, I don't want that one, right?
Yeah.
I click X to remove it. Does that clicking X action remove it from the listing, or do we wait until we hit like update listing or save changes to
Will
then like figure out what all the contacts that are added to the form are, and then
yeah.
update listing um, in the update listing mutation we have to do some like gymnastics about creating new ones, removing existing ones, adding existing ones, lots of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, versus if we do it all kind of in a separate area, we can remove contacts by clicking the X, add contacts one at a time by
I
like
like it.
clicking the create contact button, and then in that create contact or like add contact modal, we have the ability to like either add new or
Pick
create
existing.
or add existing. Yeah. And
I
and
like
it,
it.
it it just means that like our update listing mutation needs to do a little less work.
I like it. That's
And
fine.
the only reason why it's like more the for the company it's one thing because um there's only one company associated
Per
with a
listing.
listing at a time. So we're either creating a new company and associating it with a listing, or choosing an existing company and associating it with a listing, or removing the association with a company from the listing. With
Got it.
with with contacts, it's much more like multi-layered. We're working with multiple contacts at a time that we're either removing, creating new, or
Hmm.
creating existing. Um,
I'm
so
with you.
yeah,
I'm with you. Let's do it that way. You know why? Because it's easier.
I think it'll be easier.
I agree.
It'll be one extra step for the user, but I think it'll make the that like contact adding and removing flow way more streamlined. Um, like
Yeah, that makes
by
sense.
separating it out.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, I'm with it. I'm sold.
Okay, okay. Um,
Hey, we just got a new follower and I missed who it was. It's too fast.
it was R Palacios G.
Nice.
Thank
How
you
do
for the
you do
follow.
that? Oh, you're like looking at the feed, right? Like,
I'm in mod mode. Yeah.
yeah, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What am I doing?
Okay, so right now we
I'm
have.
follow you right now. Let me go. Let me
Okay,
go live share. Boop.
let's do that.
Following you.
Cool.
Oh,
So right now we're listing out all of our contacts and rendering a little tag component for each of them.
yep.
What I'm going to do here is just add another tag here.
Okay. Okay.
Call it, um, we'll say add contact. Close that tag. I'm going to say, well, yeah, let's just see how this looks when I add it. So we're going to add some. Oh, why is it not the same looking thing? We'll go rounded, full.
Let me go look.
Okay.
This is in the ad. Oh, add contact. It's rounded.
Yeah, it's so funny though how the Kurt Kemple one is like
Oh, it's a
less
different.
tall.
Yeah, there's less padding.
Oh, I see. Because we added
The
margin Y
variant.
on top of it, like this.
Ah, there we go.
I think now they line up.
There,
I believe.
it looks slightly smaller, but maybe that's because of the close
Let's try
button.
this. Variant outline and variant color
Cooler.
purple. Let's try it now. Let's see how this looks.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay,
I'm digging it.
nice. So I'm just going to go back to Shocker UI, and I believe,
To the
well, let's
docs.
see if we can make this tag clickable and what we have to do that. Um, or maybe tags are not meant to be clickable, and we should be using a button or something. That could also be a possibility. Maybe we'll do that actually. Let's say replace this tag with the button component, which we need to import from Shocker UI.
Bottom. The bottom component.
Uh-huh. Okay. So that got a little bit bigger.
Oops.
And maybe we can. This is like the kind of thing we want to see, but maybe we go like size small. Maybe
Yeah, let's try
that'll
it.
bring it in line. Yeah, that looks about right. Oops, I keep accidentally clicking on job titles. Hey, all right, Nikki. Have a great rest of your
Yeah,
day,
thanks for hanging
morning,
out.
or evening. Bye bye. And I'm just going to give it font size medium to make it the same font size as the word Kurt Kemple there. And now we
Like
have a
it.
little add contact button. So this button will pop open a little modal contact form.
I like it.
So just backtracking a little bit though, last stream we created this remove contact button, and we
Mm-hmm.
just put it at the bottom. I mean, at the top of the file that we're currently working in. I
Yep.
think that this would be maybe a good opportunity to just move this out of this
Clean
big
it.
file and into its own. So what I'm
I
going to do
love
is I'm
it.
just going to copy everything from the bottom of this component all the way to the top of the imports.
Yep.
Create a new file in components called remove contact button, and we'll paste everything in here.
Wha-bam.
And just need to change this function signature to add the export default keywords ahead of the function keyword. And
Function
the only
junction.
other thing we need to do is just remove all of the unused imports.
So many unused imports. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Uh, we need these. We don't need this. Don't need this.
But I
Don't need this.
don't need that.
Oops.
Oops. There we go.
think I think
I think we're
that's
good.
everything. Yeah. Okay, and then last but not least, we'll go the back to the listings page, and we can
Delete that.
remove this component and instead replace it with
An import.
yes sir, remove contact button from remove contact button.
Love it.
That also means that we can get rid of this import and this import
And the
and
select.
this
Yeah.
one. I'm just looking at the ones that are. I have. It's so funny. Live share. One of the quirks of live share is that the some of like the plugins or like syntax
Don't work
highlighting
right. Yeah.
isn't the same between my computer and yours.
That's
So like
funny.
some of these like I'm looking at your screen and the unused imports are way more obvious.
Oh, it's like
But
barely
on mine,
noticeable on yours?
it's barely noticeable. Yeah, it's just like a little
That's
dot
interesting.
dot dot under the unused part. Anyway, now that's cleaned up. Back to what we were doing before, which is um,
Cutting this
making
out.
this
Cut
button turn
it out.
into a modal. So what we'll
Let's
do
do
is
it.
just replace it with a component called add contact button and go up to the top of the component. And right here, we'll follow the same pattern. Define a
Is it going to be
component here.
singular or plural? Can we only add one at a time or can you add multiple?
I'm thinking that we maybe just add one at a time. And
I'm
I
good
guess
with that.
we
Oof.
could go through with adding multiple as well.
Getting cold up
Um,
in here.
but adding one at a time would be way
More
simpler.
efficient. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
Okay. So we'll have this button nested within a fragment. I said a fragment. There we go. And
I said a
also
fragment.
we'll grab a modal
Yeah.
and modal closing tag. Inside of this, we have modal overlay, modal content, and then inside of modal contact, we have modal header. I can't get the auto imports. That's okay.
Oh no.
We'll order. I mean, import them all afterwards. Unless if you want to start like grabbing these and importing them in
That's
the
what I'm doing.
top of the
Oh yeah,
page.
I'll go up to the top and do it because that like kind of broke that. Sorry. All right, yeah. Let me go up here. Oh, I'm still following you. That's what's happening.
Oh, it's all good.
There we go. Okay. Modal, and then it's like modal header or modal
Modal header,
body.
body, and footer.
Got it. Anything else?
Also modal overlay. Did you get that one?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. Modal content. container or
and
something like that?
modal. Yep.
Modal container? Oh
Modal
no, modal
content.
content. Okay. What about modal close button?
Oh yeah, we'll do that too.
Okay. All right. Mad imports.
Great. Okay, so now we have our modal. Modal's going to take two props, an
Modal.
is open prop and a on close prop. And this is something that I recently discovered is Chakra gives you this hook called use disclosure.
Hmm.
So I'm going to import that from Chakra UI core. And from this, we can just call the hook at the top of our file. Oh my God, live share. Okay, and then destructure from its return value is open and on close and on open. And then use those in our modal here. We'll say is open is
Boom
equal to
shakalaka.
is open on close, and then the button will get on click is the on open handler that use disclosure gives us.
Oh, nice.
So we'll just save that. And apparently we've got an unexpected token somewhere.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Live
because of
artifact.
that. Yeah.
It's so funny how it does that. Like it's like adding characters so
Yeah.
helpfully
Yeah.
throughout your space. Oh,
Let me just
here's an
drop this
extra
to the
semicolon.
bottom for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now add contact is not doing anything.
Cool. Let me go see. And it should be opening our modal. Oh, I got failed to compile. Let me. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Oh, get listings is not defined by remove contact button. So we're using get listing
Ah.
in our update function, but we have to import that get
From utils.
listings from utils. That's it. Okay,
That's right. Ow.
let's see
Why
what
do we need
happens.
the listings in there?
Oh,
In the.
like the get listings query?
Oh, that's right for the cache.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. All right.
And now our we can test and confirm that our add contact
Boom.
modal works. So
Cool.
so yeah, I guess one thing that we can do is um,
I do have a stop at 5. I just want to warn you.
oh
5
yeah, yeah,
Eastern. So that's like 15 minutes from now.
got it. So why don't we do this? Let's just work on let's add in our contact modal a select just like the company select. Now this is where
Yep.
what you were talking about before really comes into play where we can populate a company select where or a contact select where one of the options is create new contact
I
and the
like it.
rest are just
Oh, it's basically
we've
like the
already
exact same experience now.
exact same as the company select. Yeah. So actually, that being the case, we could actually just like copy the company select
That's what I'm
and
thinking. Just change some stuff.
just change some stuff. Yeah.
It's not.
Why don't we? Do you want to take over on that?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
YOLO. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we have
Gotta make
I'm
you do
in
some
remove.
typing.
Yeah, thanks. All
My
right, I'm gonna
fingers.
unfollow you. So let's see that. Where is that? That's in listing. No, it has its own component. Let me go
Yeah.
there. Company select. So really, I'm just gonna copy all of this for now, and then we should do like a contact select. Is that? I feel like that's
Yeah. I
probably the best bet, right?
think so.
So let's do a new file.
Yeah, dude. You can just go like
Boop.
throw it all in there and
Yeah.
change some words around.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's Command D that. Ah, darn it. Ugh, I hate that. I wish Command D was like case sensitive. Uh, I don't know why it's not. So this is going to be get contacts and then This is going to become contacts, and they have an ID, they have a name. That's really all we need for this, right?
Yep.
I feel like. Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
So this becomes contact select. This is going to be get contacts.
Yeah.
So boom, we're good here. So then we go data.contacts.map. And then Command D, boom, contact. Stop making this so easy. Okay. But wait a minute. This is just the select. How did we do the whole add new?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
because
we
we did it
used,
with the props and the
yeah,
children.
that's it.
That's clever. Right. So, okay. So this gets us what we need. This is our component, our base component, right? Let me double check. Everything
Hmm.
looks good. Yeah, okay. So we saved that. So now this exists. So let's go look at how we're using the company select in the create listing, because this is
Okay.
the form, right? This is where we're doing it. Is this where we're using it?
It's in a listing form.
Oh, listing form. That's right.
Yeah.
Listing form. Here we go. Boom. Make sure that stays open. Right. Here we go. Oh, right. We had a
Create or
custom
select
component.
company.
Yeah, yeah. So where is that? That's going to be here.
That's
Boom.
the one.
Yep. So I'm going to take this and then, I think that's it, right? That's the end of that function. Yes. Okay. So we take
Yep.
this, and this is going to go in. Where is our, um, where's our add contact button? That's still in listings.
Currently, it's just in listings. Yeah.
Oh, here
We
we go.
could we
Add
can move that
contact
to its
button.
own component right now
I,
if that would be a helpful thing.
I think it's okay to just do this for right now.
Yeah.
Um, so let's see. So then this will be create or select contact. And we will handle contact change stack. This will become contact select.
Mhm.
I don't know what I guess contact ID?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. We might not even need a name on this select because we can just work with uh we'll leave it there. We don't
Oh, I
I'm
see what
not
you
sure
mean.
exactly what our mutation is going to look
That's a
like,
good
but
point. So then this would be our default would be select a contact because you can select none.
mhm.
You can create new contact. If contact ID is equal to new, this is where we'll go get the form from, where is that? Listing form, right?
Yep.
So we're going to come down here, contact form. No,
Perfect. I think you could just
yeah,
grab this whole stack.
yeah.
Like
Oh,
we
yeah,
don't
yeah, yeah.
necessarily
Just,
need the whole form
yeah,
or the remove contact button for that matter. We just need,
yeah, I'll take care of
yeah,
that.
it's just like a stack.
And I'll get rid of this, right? Yeah, we're
Yeah.
going to give it the props. We've got some cool animation going to happen on it. We'll see if we need that. I don't know if we do because it's not like within the other form. So, but then this stuff is going to change, right? Like, well, no, contact name, contact notes, but this doesn't need to be like this
Yeah, it's
anymore.
just a singular
Yeah. So we've got
thing.
like
Yeah. And
7 minutes left. What is the best use of our time so we get to like a decent stopping point?
let's see if we can just get this
Rendered.
thing looking like working. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Okay. So we've got create or select contact. So now we need to put this into our modal. Yes.
Yeah, like inside the computer. It's in the computer.
It's in the computer. That's amazing. I love that.
I gotta watch that movie again,
Yeah,
man.
this is the best movie ever. I haven't seen it in so long. Okay, all right, oops. All right, what are we doing? So that's in. Let's just, is it
Yep.
broken? Did I break everything? Where are we at right
Let's take a
now?
look. Well, we've got some missing imports, like
Oh,
contact
yeah.
select,
Yep, yep.
I
Input and
think
text area. And what file was that in? That's in the,
listings.
yeah, okay. Shroom. So what do we need? We needed, oh, you got company select already. So you added that. What else was missing?
I'm just gonna add we
Oh,
need company
input and text area.
contact select.
Oh, right. And then we need input
There we go.
text area from Chakra, right?
Yep.
Oh,
I think that does it for us, yeah.
192. I think it doubled us up. Yeah, it did. Look.
Oh, that's so nice.
Thanks. Okay.
Boop.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
And it's animated.
Oh,
That's really
oh,
nice.
dude.
It's pretty
That's so
nice.
nice. But I'm expecting to see
All the
at least a
contacts.
few names in here. Yeah. So
Yeah.
is what is going on?
That's a good point. What is
You know,
going on? So let's go back into this contact select. Oh, because we're just doing like
said, hey,
contacts.
hey, hey,
ID
hey.
name.
So we have a GraphQL query being fired out for contacts, but we're just getting an empty array.
Yeah, it says where
And
user ID equals 1.
yeah, now the thing is, we if you look at the PSQL output in our for our table, for contacts, we haven't created any contacts since we started associating
Uh,
a user.
so I'm going to delete one and
So
add a new one.
yeah, we're gonna need to add one, but we actually need because of this new form,
We can't yet.
we can't yet. Kind of. I mean,
Well, can't
yeah,
we?
I think this would probably be a good place to wrap up, just because getting
Yeah.
into the next step of like creating individual contacts and associating them
Technically, we can still do it
will
through
take.
update listing right now.
We could do it through update listing. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's see if we can get some. What I'm gonna do first actually is I'm just gonna actually, yeah, go ahead. Let's create contacts. Let's see if we can get some with a user ID.
Oh, still not showing up. Let me. So I did it, and yeah, we're still not getting Trevor Blades, even though I did it through the update listing. So
Hmm.
that is interesting. But yeah, we'll have to pause there and figure this out. It'll be a mystery for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're still getting like empty. Um,
Hmm.
so what's going on with our yeah
I think there must be something wrong with the way that we're doing.
our relationship stuff?
We're trying to do that user association thing,
Yeah, yeah,
but never fear. I think that we're on the right track
yeah.
anyway. And actually, this is another great example of kind of abstracting this contact creation out into its own form with its own mutation. Like we can be way more way more explicit about this, where we're only worrying about one contact at a time, and we can explicitly add a user ID
I love it.
column on there, and I think it'll turn out to be a little clearer
Oh yeah,
code base as a result.
I agree. I love it. I think it's a good stopping point. We're doing pretty awesome here. Yeah, I guess we can wrap it up there because I got a couple minutes. I got to jump into something else, which sucks. I guess we don't really
All
have
right.
like time to find someone to raid, and also I don't really have this set up. Like I don't know what's gonna happen, so I'd rather just like stop streaming and then because it's just like a whole new kind of system. But thank you everyone for sticking with us. This was a
Sure.
lot
Yeah.
of fun. We'll be back. I would love to tell you about upcoming streams and stuff like that. They've actually been ticking away at the bottom of the layout, so hopefully you've seen them and already know what's coming up. But definitely want to check out the calendar if you haven't. I will drop a link to that real quick. And it's cool because you could just it's just a Google Calendar, so you can add it. You could just subscribe to it, and you'll see all our streams. Boom. And there's the link to
Cool.
it. Yeah.
Maybe
Oh, go ahead.
uh if we could actually, if you just do like slash raid,
Yeah, let's
and
do it.
I got a homie who
Okay.
is comparing Gatsby and ViewPress.
Ooh, yeah. All right.
Uh,
All right. So yeah,
Comparing
send
two
that to
static
me.
site generators for his own blog.
All right, cool. So then, yeah, we'll raid that. That's cool. And you've already got it ready, and it's
Yep.
getting ready to go into raid mode. It makes you like wait, and then okay, here we go, folks. All right, we are now raiding. I will see you all later. Thank you as always, Trevor, and yeah, see you all next week. Bye.
You bet. See you guys.